Today with me, I have as my guest from Malaysia, Triona Celliah, the founder and managing director of Pathfinder Relocation Services Malaysia. They are a multi-award winning global mobility company offering an integrated range of services from immigration, visa, and destination services to all the assignees relocating to Malaysia. They are also part of reputed international associations such as EuRA or Relocate Asia Pacific. And since 2009, they have the EuRA Global Quality Seal in place. Thank you, Triona, very much for being here with me.
You're welcome, Madalena. You're welcome.
Please tell me, Triona, what three main ingredients, let's say, are you using in running a successful business?
Well, the first would be, which is very important in Malaysia, ethical work practices. Now, we do not give bribes or take bribes or commissions. In Malaysia, it's called money under the table. I'm not sure what it's called in Europe. So sometimes we get companies asking us to give commission or bribes to immigration officers. Yeah, so they would approve documentation and visas quickly. So we said, I'm sorry, but our company doesn't participate in that kind of a service. So upfront, we have to tell them, I'm sorry, we don't do that. The other thing would be work practices. We treat every client like a family member, like we would want to be treated ourselves. So even when the job is complete and they're settled into Malaysia, we would still keep in touch with them and say, you can contact us anytime during your stay in Malaysia, either by email or by phone. If you have any issues or just want to chat about something that you're concerned about, you're welcome to do so. The other thing is teamwork. Our office is open plan office. Mm-hmm. The reason why I want an open plan office is if I'm having an issue on my desk with some file, I can easily ask my colleague next door, okay, this is my issue. What do you think? Or a few of you can go into the meeting room. As I always say, more heads are better than one, that you can discuss it and come up with a solution. They would be my three main principles, I think, would be honesty, transparency, and building relationships.
Triona, is there anything that I'm sure there is, something that you actually learned never to do as a managing director?
Okay, one thing is never discipline staff in front of the team. Always bring them into the office and behind closed doors, so to speak, and always treat the staff equally. So that would be one of the building things, because when you're dealing with humans, it is a very sensitive issue. And if you have a very good relationship with them, that means they will work and everybody will be happy in the office.
When you're setting the expectations of your clients, what would be the pitfalls that you warn them about before relocating to Malaysia?
Okay, the first thing is during our first connection email, we would straight away send them information. We have a printout, and on that printout, first thing is housing. You must be very careful with housing. Yes, we have our agents and we have everything aligned. But nowadays, everybody jumps onto the computer, Malaysia, housing, this area, and they look at properties, and I'm sure that happens all over the world. They look at properties. Now, we don't know if those housing agents are licensed, number one, okay? And they will put out like fantastic properties just to attract your attention. Some of our guys will actually go out with us in the morning, and the next day they will go out with these people from the internet. The internet people will go back and say, okay, that property is already gone, but I have another property very similar, and it might be a little bit higher in rental. Okay, so they will go out and see it. Now, if they take that property from them, right, they might have to pay commission, and also the assignee will want us to do the paperwork, which is fine with us, no problem. But these housing agents don't want to work with us, because sometimes if it's a company lease, we have specific rules. We have to use the company paperwork, right? And they don't want to work with us. And when the people are leaving, they're no longer available. We can't find them. So we have to go back to the landlord and deal with the landlord directly. So up front, we tell them all of this. And we also explain to them what they have to pay. You don't have to pay any commission to the housing agents. They get their commission from the landlord. You have to pay 1 month up front to keep the property and the other deposits. So we go down through what they have to do to make sure they know exactly what is done. And also we give them how to take care of your property once you move in. So all of that is, so when you leave, you'll get your deposits back, because if you leave a mess, your deposits probably will be gone and you may even have to pay more depending on the situation. So we have to tell them upfront all of the rules and regulations, what is best for them to make sure you get your money back, keep your property safe, and also you're not wasting money upfront, with these possibly unlicensed housing agents. But the other thing as well, which is very important, it is not a pitfall or anything like that. Cultural training. Malaysia has got 3 different cultures: Chinese, Indian, and Malay. And if you're a top position, you don't want to embarrass yourself if you don't know their customs, or embarrass them. So we always try and get them to have a cultural package. They can do it overseas in their own home country, or they can do it in Malaysia. But we had a very important top guy, very high profile, on the news, on everything.
We were
bringing him in, right?
What did he do?
His company didn't really want to give him the cultural training.
As usual.
And we were saying this is most important for this guy because he is going to be with government officials. He's a top guy in Malaysia at this very moment. They finally agreed, and he was over the moon. He was so happy with that service, and he insisted that all his staff that came in under him had the same cultural training.
Triona, what is something that you learned the hard way during your career, and something that perhaps you wish somebody told you before finding out on your own?
Well, it is very not wise to be too friendly and disregard professional boundaries with members of your team. You have to keep a straight line, not to be too friendly, chatty. You have to be, straight and, okay, this is how we want it. This is how we're going to go forward. Fairness and respect is also very important with the team. So it is really dealing with humans is not easy.
What would be your superpower, Triona?
Well, when you say superpowers, I just imagine myself a superwoman, in the outfit, the red outfit, black hair, flying through the air. But anyway, I better come down to earth. My children always say to me that I never sit down and relax, because I get up I'm at work at 8 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday. I go home, I prepare dinner, do some housework. Every day I either walk for an hour, or I cycle, or I do some other exercises. And I also do a little bit of charity work. Where work is concerned, I think it would be committed to excellence and going above and beyond to deliver the services. So I think they would be my superpowers.
Thank you, Triona. Thank you very much.